Hey, my tribe. This is Queen Amina Black Love coming at you with a review for Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode number 9, Three Little Words. This episode dealt basically with the couples getting together and knowing each other more, and actually getting to that point where they can actually say those three little words. The experts sent them like a sort of homework assignment with a lot of questions based on those three little words. This episode also showed the couples getting together, doing something that may have been, a hobby of their spouse. And also showed spouse being thoughtful, sort of getting their spouse something they mentioned they liked, or going out doing something with the spouse that mentioned, they're like without being prompted. So Eric and Virginia, are still sort of dealing with the things that we've been talking about all along, but he actually showed this expression of love here.
That's it right now.
And Eric has actually told Virginia that he loves her. Now, they're dealing with the things that Eric talked about initially when he was, came into this Married at First Sight thing. He travels. He's out of town a lot. So they're talking about, not being able to spend as much time with their spouse as they would like to spend together. Victoria was out of town. Of course, Eric was working out of town. And Virginia, I always want to call her Victoria, she mentioned that she expected a little more communication while they were apart. And while Eric's, on the other hand, worried about why did she actually go into this? Why did she do it? He's kind of spooked by that. While she's worried about being compared to his ex. So, they had the conversation, and he talked about how, no, he had not felt that way for anybody else until she came along. So they sort of sorted out a lot of their issues. He did this dinner for her at his apartment. And of course, that's where he sung this song to her. And he sort of reassured her about their relationship, and we're seeing less of her, taking the drinks. So I think Eric and Virginia are going to make it, but we'll just keep watching. Okay, now this next couple, you guys know, Haley and Jacob, I don't have so much high hopes for. But they started off sort of really rocky with him having the nerves to ask her, "Are you attracted to me?" Okay, y'all remember what I said. I think the problem for Haley is with Jacob is Jacob. So anyway, she said, "I don't know," and for him that meant no. So he sort of, went into a tangent about that. But she's on the track that I'm really going to try. So she went out and bought him a whole lot of outfits, saying, maybe that would bring me closer to him. He did this little run, with showing the clothes for her. And then they got into an argument, and he's like, "I'd rather be eating steak and eggs," while they were going through the argument. But, when they did their little experiment, he was like, "I have no love for Haley. We don't get along." So, she's willing to put the effort in and try. I think he's backing up and is saying he's pretty much through and done with it. And, this couple, I don't think will go the extra mile. I don't think they'll make it. So let's talk about Clara and Ryan. She feels he's not committed. She feels they're moving at his pace, for everything. And her sexual frustration is sort of coming out in different ways towards him. But they went on this little date. Her hobby was crafting. She asked him, where would her little craft shop be? And he said, in the garage. So he took her out on this little date because she likes donuts. She was frustrated. He tried to get all deep, and this was her reaction.
Why do I feel like this? Why did that thought come across my head? I don't think I'm a very money-motivated person. I'm a very much success-motivated person. If you're doing what you love for work a day, you love. And that's a very cheesy quote, but I do feel like that. Have you thought about that?
Literally never. I feel like I came to a motivational seminar. Free donuts if you listen to the self-help talk. I'm just trying to enjoy my donuts.
I'm just trying to enjoy my donuts. so funny to me. So when they talked about, the assignment that the experts gave them, Ryan was a little bit off. He can't express himself, and I think that's a problem. She's willing to be patient, I guess, and wait for him, but like she said, they're moving on his timeline. So you can see in their conversation that she's really getting a little frustrated. So they're going to have some work to do. Okay, so now let's get down to Brianna and Vincent. They did a lot of cute little things. And when they talked about love, their expression of love was really cute. I sort of enjoyed that. It sounds good. Of course, they're my favorite. But here's how that went.
And I think we're both vulnerable to each other. To me, that's what love is. I believe the L word, the love word, we'll be using that pretty soon.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yes.
So one of the actual questions was, how will you know when you're in love? And that conversation stemmed from that. I loved Brianna's answer. She says she likes to look for the fault in people, but when she stops looking for the flaws and takes that person and accepts them for exactly who they are, that's when she'll know she's in love. And with saying that, she's going to have to work on it with Vince, because he's like this big baby. If things doesn't go his way, he gets mad and he clams up. One of the things she wanted to do was go dancing. Well, they took a dancing class, and Vince discovered he wasn't, I guess, as rhythmically apt as he thought he was, and sort of had a tantrum because he couldn't keep up with the dance steps. So she's really going to have to work on taking him for who he is and really being in love with him. Another cute thing was, she had mentioned she wanted a bike when they initially met. He went out and got her this cute little bike. I think it's going to take work for them, but I do think they're going to make it. They're my favorite couple. I thought it was worth mentioning this scene where Paige met with Chris's pastor, which leads up to this.
Yeah, he wants to have a conversation. Again? Just him and I, though.
So that conversation with his pastor is really why he wants to come talk to Paige now. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking with them because I'm kind of speechless. I am going to add a series of clips so that you can catch the foolery, because it is very, very huge and large and in charge with this couple here. This is our soap opera couple. And at this point, I don't even understand what's going on here or why they're doing the things that they're doing. But let's catch up. This is last week.
Walk away, and I'm okay with that.
And I wanted to make it very clear, me and him working it out, that's not my intentions right now at all.
Joke's on you.
So this week she agreed to meet up with him, and you will see the foolishness or the foolery that ensues at this little meeting. Again, the clips will explain it all because I'm speechless. I don't have words for these two.
Reset. Start over. Everything different.
Like, why am I here? If you hadn't made any revelations, then there's no need for us to have a conversation. Just let me break down something to you. I feel like you're wasting my time and you're pissing me off.
3 minutes later.
So can we start over?
Sure.
I'm Paige.
My name is Chris. Nice to meet you.
It got me out here looking crazy.
Crazy baby ain't even the half I don't know what they're doing at this point with this couple. I don't, like they said, it was for kicks and giggles that they were even on the show in the first place. And I'm starting to believe this. So apparently they're going to hit a reset button and start over again. We'll just see how that goes. There are a few scenes where Haley and Paige were talking about, oh, they really set us up, sarcastically. And another thing I thought would be interesting to mention is the backyard picnic at Jake's house. So, of course, there was a bunch of foolery again this week, you guys. This is as much as I can wrap it up and fill you in on it. But tell me what you think about the episode. Get down in the comments and tell me what was your big pa-ha-ha. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Queen Amina Black Love. Much love and peace to your day. Bye-bye.